Today I'll be presenting on how meditation can help. Here's my key outline. I'll have it right underneath the camera so I can refer to it, but it's right here. Just so that we're clear. Okay, let's get started. How meditation can help by me. So you're having a stressful day and it just seems like everything is getting on your nerves. You'll feel like you'll explode if you don't do something. Normally, people will just go about their day and deal with the stress, but a select few will take the time to meditate without realizing it. What I mean by this is that when you decide to close your eyes, taking that deep breath, then exhaling, you've actually cleared your head and have collected your thoughts once again. This is actually a form of meditation, and it shows just how impactful it can be on your well-being. Everyone is somewhat familiar with the topic, but because of the assumptions towards it, average people rarely attempt meditating. We need to look past this and realize that it's scientifically proven to provide a healthier lifestyle, helping us mentally, physically, and emotionally. So when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle, we usually think about a healthier diet or increasing our workout plan, but we fail to even consider our mental fitness. That's where meditation comes in. We already know that meditating helps you manage and get rid of your stress, but it also increases your focus and learning concentration. It mentally benefits your well-being. In fact, one research article called Samantha Meditation Training for Students with ADHD Effects on Active Engagement and Math Performance by a Nirupay Singh and other authors shows just how. The purpose of this study was to find out if Samantha meditation can better help students with ADHD focus, increase their involvement and performance in the classroom. So Samantha meditation is basically meditation aimed at being calm. So 20 fifth graders with ADHD were gathered, and it was found thanks to learning how to meditate that they became more engaged in the classroom and had a higher percentage of math problems solved correctly. Another research article also proved the increased focus and learning concentration that comes from meditation. This article was called Meditation Training Increases Brain Efficiency in an Attention Task by Alyssa H. Casasa and other authors. The objective for this study was to compare the performance between people who do and don't meditate during a Stroop and color word test. This is also known as the SCWT, which is a test that shows how your knowledge about how your environment impacts how you interact with it. Basically, it's set up that a participant will read a list of words for colors, but the words are printed in a different color from the word itself. So what they did, 20 right-handed regular meditators and 19 non-regulars were selected and matched based off their age, education, and gender to complete the test so that there are similarities between them. The results were then analyzed, and it showed that the people with meditation training increases in efficiency, which was needed to score higher. So, having a better sense of attention and impulse made it easier for the people who've meditated. Several studies show that meditation reduces your risk, reduces your stress, so shouldn't that connect to your health being positively impacted by it? People don't realize it, but meditation has a huge influence on your physical health. Benefits could include sleeping better, lower blood pressure, and even a stronger immune system. If you meditate, you will be physically healthier than those who don't meditate. One study showed how dispositional mindfulness impacts your health. This article was called The Benefits of Dispositional Mindfulness in Physical Health, a longitudinal study of female college students by a Megan J. Murphy and her team. The purpose of this article was to take a closer look at the relationship between dispositional mindfulness, health behaviors, which is considered to be sleeping, eating, exercising, etc., and most importantly, physical health. And when I say dispositional mindfulness, I'm saying it's having awareness and more attention focused towards your thoughts and feelings in the present moment. This is still considered to be a part of meditation since it's simply noticing your awareness. A total of 441 college women were to fill out a self-report during an academic quarter. This was done for every quarter from fall 2008 to fall 2010. And it was found that if you had a higher level of dispositional mindfulness, you'd have healthier habits. Again, this includes eating healthier, better sleep, less stressed, etc., compared to those who had a much lower level. Another study focused on how a meditation session would reduce blood pressure. This was called A Brief Mindfulness Exercise Reduces Cardiovascular Activity, which is blood pressure, during a laboratory stressor paradigm. This was by a Patrick R. Steffen and Michael J. Larson. 62 participants were randomly selected to either a mindfulness meditation group or a controlled group. This means that they didn't meditate. While their vitals were monitored as stressors were introduced to the study to see if there were any changes during this time. It was found that those who had participated in meditation had lowered their blood pressure, showing that even with a short introduction to meditation, it was still enough to reduce their blood pressure when exposed to differing levels of stress. Meditation not only changes your mindset, but it improves your emotional state. Your brain will actually create new neurological pathways for regulating your emotions, rewiring your thought process to be more positive. It will be less likely for you to have negative thoughts affect your emotional well-being. Meditation can affect your emotion regulation, as it's shown in the article, The Effects of Different Stages of Mindfulness Meditation Training on Emotion Regulation. This was by a Kin Jing and other authors. When I say emotion regulation, this is basically controlling your emotional state. So it's up to you. This study monitored, excuse me, something in my throat. This study monitored the mood enhancement effects of 40 randomly selected participants throughout an 8-week mindfulness training program. This was designed for average people with no meditation experience whatsoever. Then they were asked to perform a series of cognitive, task, and subjective skill tests at 3 points during the program. Results from this showed that the participants had an increased emotional state for meditating. This would mean that they had decreased anxiety, they were less likely to be depressed, and they managed to improve/maintain a positive mood. Another brief meditation session also showed to improve people's emotional well-being. In the article, Brief Daily Meditation Enhances Intention, Memory, Mood, and Emotional Regulation in Non-Experienced Meditators. This was by a Julia C. Basso and her colleagues for the study. The purpose of the study was to find out what the effects would be towards someone's cognitive functioning after meditating for a short amount of time amongst inexperienced meditators. Subjects were ranging from 18 to 45 years old, and they were put into 13-minute guide sessions on how to meditate. Either this was in person or it was listened on a podcast. Either way, they still were involved in meditation in some way. This was over 8 weeks to see the results of daily meditation on, you guessed it, emotional regulation. The data was then analyzed, and it was found that daily meditation, despite the amount of time, meaning it doesn't matter how long you meditate, as long as you meditate, you still have the same results as you would for a longer meditation. This means meditating decreased negative moods and had positive changes in emotional regulation. So, good mood. After just explaining a couple of the benefits meditation can provide for you, it should already be enough to persuade you to attempt and practice it to see the results for yourself. Despite what's said about meditation, you shouldn't assume anything until you actually do it. What's even better is that there are no payments whatsoever. You don't have to worry about awkwardly joining a meditation group or getting special equipment for it. It can be done whenever you want, wherever you want. You just need to be sure to implement meditating into your life for a number of reasons. Not just because it's becoming more and more popular today, but like we've seen earlier in the presentation, it benefits you mentally, physically, and emotionally. You won't achieve a silent mind right away, and it will take time and practice, but as long as you can manage to meditate a couple minutes a day, the benefits will arrive faster if you stay dedicated. Eventually, you'll get a healthier lifestyle you've always wanted thanks to meditating. I hope this presentation will have you wanting to meditate as soon as possible, and I thank you. Have a good day. Oh, also, just so that we're clear, here's the key outline. Have a good day.